Hi, this is Thomas RS from Thomas RS Productions with my review of the Resident Evil 5 demo. With the revitalization of the Resident Evil franchise with Resident Evil 4 back in 2005, Resident Evil 5 doesn't change much of the chemistry or controls for that matter. The control scheme is the basic GameCube controls, only ported over to the Xbox 360. And after playing games like Dead Space and other games that have improved on the behind the back cameras, I just realized that this control seems very weak and watered down. Now, as for the equipment menu, in Resident Evil 4, you would pause and have that large suitcase to search around for your items. But when that happens, you'd have a few moments to settle down, think, strategize, and then execute. But in this, there is no time to delay or slow down, you are just rushed through it. Not to mention, it is extremely hard just to navigate that small 3x3 square to get items such as a med pack or ammo or a gun, and it just seems like in the previous Resident Evils, you could have as much ammo as you needed, but in this, you're very limited. The main difference with this game and Resident Evil 4 is now the co-op, which is now online, local, and with an AI partner. This has been built from the ground up with a co-op in mind, but from what the demo tells me, it is quite clunky if you're playing with the AI or say playing online because communication is very important, but there's those people who don't have headsets for some reason, and when you're trying to communicate with them, you don't know what they're saying. And as for the AI, why it's so clunky, you try to give it maybe some ammo because she's out of ammo. But when you give it to her, since there's that 3x3 menu, you give her all the handgun, yours included. And there's no, I want to give her 10 bullets or 20 bullets. I have to give her all my bullets. Not to mention the fact that she seems to die very, very often. Now, I don't have much video of her dying because I only played this twice, but afterwards I continued to play the demo to see what it was like. And she dies a lot. And I mean a lot. If, say, you're running away from them and you try to get into a building, she will run right behind you, but you have to tell her to push this block in front of the door. Or else she'll be trapped outside with them, die, and then you have to start it all over again. Now, with that said, the AI is great, but it is frustrating. You will get very mad at the game. And I'm just thinking, if they're going to build a game like this, that is exactly like Resident Evil 4, why don't you give me a sequel that I do want? Like Dead Rising 2, instead of just Resident Evil 4 repackaged in Africa. Now, I'll have to give this game, from what I know, an 8. Not great, but it's still a good game. Weak and watered down compared to newer. From what the trailer tells you, it may seem like these infected are much, much scarier and faster, for that matter, than the Resident Evil 4 counterparts. They are actually the same. These zombies, or infected as they are, we do not know yet, they seem to run very fast, up to around 10 feet in front of you, and stop suddenly, just like the cloaked ones from Resident Evil 4. So it's not very different at all in any aspect whatsoever. And I don't even know if this game will live up to the hype. Sure, there's in Africa. Now, I'll have to give this game, from what I know, an 8. Not great, but it's still a good game.